Golf Central on YouTube. Brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Just a wild day in the Bahamas, and hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. Colin Morikawa shockingly blew a 5-shot lead going to the final round with a chance to overtake Jon Rahm as #1 in the world. And Viktor Hovland breezes into that breach with back-to-back eagles at 14 and 15 and wins Tiger's Trophy. Gets to stand alongside the man in red, who, by the way, was hitting some golf balls today. We may see Tiger at the PNC Championship couple of weeks in Florida. We don't know officially, but we might see him with son Charlie. In any event, today belonged to Viktor Hovland, and he spoke to Rex Hoggard.
Thank you very much. Viktor, closing 66 for a one-shot victory. But before we get to that, I just wanted to ask, there was a review on 17. Can you just walk us through what that was?
Yeah, I was just asked because I removed some sand and stones on the green, and because I was just off the green, I was asked if the pebbles or the sand was removed from off the green, but they were on the green, so it wasn't an issue.
Going into the final round, 6 strokes back, what was your mentality, and were you aware what was going on ahead of you with Morikawa?
Yeah, I mean, I played with Colin 2 days ago, and I mean, he's just so solid, and I didn't think I had much of a chance. But this golf course can kind of do that a little bit. You don't have to be very far off before you make a bogey or a double, and then suddenly you're in a bad little steam. So I just try to focus on myself and try to make a couple of birdies. Had a good stretch there at the end of front 9 and kept that going. So yeah, it was pretty weird day.
This is actually your second consecutive victory. You won in Mexico in your last start, although that was a month ago. What does that do for your confidence going into next year?
Yeah, it feels awesome. Getting ready to kind of shut it down and take a little break. It'll be nice. But you know, to be able to do so with a couple of wins before going home to Norway and seeing family and stuff, it's going to be awesome.
Appreciate your time. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Viktor Hovland projected to go from 9th to 7th in the official World Golf Ranking. Norwegian likes Caribbean golf. He won back-to-back in Mayakoba. His first victory was in Puerto Rico, and now here. Good week for Scotty Scheffler. He made a nice move today. For Sam Burns as well, ran into some trouble at number 14. Morikawa 76 is a head-scratcher, as solid as he has been. And then on page 2, you see further down Henrik Stenson and Jordan Spieth. They were both assessed 2-shot penalties. They played together. At the 9th hole, as they walked to number 9, they inadvertently ended up teeing from the 17th tee box. That's where the 9th was. The first 3 days, a little complicated. I'll let these two guys, the comedy duo of Stenson and Spieth, explain what happened.
Can you just explain what happened on 9, 17, or whatever hole we were?
Yeah. I'm still not sure which way we played it, but yeah, we kept our heads down after finishing out on hole number 8 and walked to the 9 tee box that we did on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and put the ball down and hit some beautiful tee shots. And then when we halfway down the hole, or halfway down to the balls, one of the rules officials came up and said, "Did you hit off the right tee box?" And we're like, well, yeah, kind of. And then we looked back and we saw that there was another one forward and left. So obviously they switched things around and put 17 on the 9th tee box today. And 9 was in a different place and we didn't pay attention, you know, being first out and just kind of motoring along. And yeah, so it was just to go back and reload. And but it was only 2 shots each, so it wasn't a big deal. And and then we just kind of carried on from there.
Have you ever heard about anything like this before, Jordan?
I mean, personally, I've never experienced that before.
Did you know? Was there a sheet?
Well, they said that in the scoring there was a sheet saying that there was a new yardage on number 17, but there was
tee box or something.
But there's nothing about number 9 and 8. You go around the backside, and we just walked straight downwind. We think today would be the day you play the back tee on 9. And into the wind, you play the up tee. And
what was your reaction when the official told you?
I actually didn't think we were going to get penalized because it's a charity event, but then I realized there's world ranking involved and all that. I think the frustrating part for us now is that every other group's going to be, they're making sure to tell them, but for us they didn't. I mean, it obviously didn't matter for us, which is fortunate, I think, for those guys.
My question was if we could just finish 19th and 20th and leave after 9,
Yeah.
but that wasn't an option either.
He did. He asked him if we could just go to the airport, and I said I'm down. And
was it quite an easy mistake to make, or now you know about it, you think, oh, that was a silly thing to do? What do you think?
I'm a little offended by that because then you think I'm really stupid, apparently. so it's like I think it was fairly easy to make. I mean, looking back at it when we're coming up on 14 and you're looking down, yeah, you can see the tee boxes, but I mean,
well, there's 2 boards behind the tees, and the board is still originally behind the other 17. Yeah. And so you just see the 2 boards, and you assume that because there's a board on every tee box. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's just off to the left a little bit, the up tee. So I guess we kind of got up there, and I teed up first, and it wasn't my tee. So then Michael told me it's not my tee. Then Henrik hit, then I teed it up too far in front. He told me to scoot back. And so all in all, like, we were so focused on where we were teeing off.
Now you really you spoiled the whole thing. Now they'll be like, look at these guys. They don't know who's going to hit. Once they figured out who's hitting, one guy's trying to tee up in front, and then they both hit from the wrong tee box. So it's like, I guess we got what we deserved then in the end.
I mean, yeah. I don't know why there was any officials ahead of the 9th tee box at that point when we were first off, but
let's just leave it. A little note on the tee box would have been helpful, and I will make sure I tee it up on the right tee box in the future, because I don't think I've ever done this before. Hopefully you haven't either.
No.
Have a nice Christmas, everyone, and we'll see you in the new year, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Is that all you guys want? That's why we're doing it together?
This is Stenson and Spieth taking their comic stylings to Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. The Lounge Act, you can catch that December 15th through January 3rd. Actually, next stop in this sport, maybe the PNC Championship, maybe with Tiger Woods and his son Charlie. See that on Golf Channel and NBC in a couple of weeks. But for most of the winners on tour in this past season, it will be the Century Tournament of Champions on Maui in early January.